So what I've noticed a lot in the Hunter x Hunter fan base is that there's a lot of confusion about a certain part of the Chimera Ant arc, and that's the poor man's rose or the miniature rose bomb. And I've seen there's a lot of people that don't seem to understand a lot about it. There's a lot of confusion put behind it. People don't understand how it was used and why it was used that certain way, why it wasn't used in other ways. So what I want to do in this video is do a basic explanation about the poor man's rose. So what I'd like to start this video off with is a basic explanation of what the poor man's rose is and what it's truly capable of. Basically what this miniature rose is it's low budget, small weapon with mass destruction capabilities. It's basically a nuke, but very compact and very small, and it's very easy to produce, and that's why small dictatorships like to use them. And the reason why it's called the poor man's rose or the miniature rose, why it has the whole rose theme going on, is because the explosion left a rose-like smoke cloud, and the miniature rose itself is capable of killing millions of people at the same time just through its sheer explosive capabilities. But even if someone wasn't killed by the explosion directly, there's also another way they could die from it, and it's also the poison that is laced in the miniature rose. The poison that's laced in here is extremely dangerous. Even if the initial poison isn't enough to kill someone, the poison itself will produce more and more new poison until the victim has finally died because of the poison. It creates new poison that is strong enough to kill the victim that's been affected by poison, and even if the person wasn't there to directly experience the explosion, nowhere near close, if they are exposed to someone that was exposed to that explosion, the poison, for long enough, then they will also die. Many countries use this for wars and terrorism and whatnot, and we saw in the series when Netero used it that it could almost kill Meruem. Even Netero's Zero Hand and all of his Nen abilities couldn't do much damage to him, but the poor man's rose was able to nearly kill him, and if it weren't for his royal guards, then he would most likely died. So we can assume that the miniature rose has abilities far beyond what Nen abilities can do. So when talking about how and why the miniature rose was used, there's a lot to take into consideration. Originally, Netero used it as a last resort just in case he couldn't defeat Meruem with his own Nen abilities, and that was the case in the end, so he had to stop his heart from beating to activate the rose. Why didn't they drop it on the Chimera Ant's nest or the palace? Well, keep in mind that at the palace, there were millions of people there that the Chimera Ants had been gathering because they were trying to create an army, and if they just dropped the rose bomb there, they would have just killed millions of people. And also, at the nest, there's kind of the same situation, maybe not as many people, but they wanted to minimize the amount of casualties in this situation. And also, the Hunter Association at its core is pretty corrupt, as we can see with a few of the heads of the association. And Netero himself wanted to fight Meruem because that's just a part of his character. His whole life he was searching for opponents that could give him a true challenge. He hadn't really gotten it besides a select few until now with Meruem, the Chimera Antart King, and he got that. And overall, they're just trying to go with the best possible scenario, because this situation with the Chimera Ants could have gone downhill real fast, but they tried to pick a way that had the least amount of casualties, and that's what they did in the end. There are a few people that died because of the Chimera Ants trying to feed the queen, but if we keep in mind what could have happened with all those millions of people dying possibly because of the Chimera Ants, then we take a look at what actually happened. It's a lot better. The only person that really died was Netero, and that was the best possible thing they could have done, because Netero, he got what he wanted in the end, and it's only one person, which is a lot more, that's a lot less, worth a lot less than all those millions of people that could have died. So overall, they're just going for the best situation possible with the least amount of death. And overall, in the end, it was the smartest decision they could have made. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you like this video, leave a comment down below, give me your thoughts, and subscribe for more content like this. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for updates and some exclusive videos. Until we meet again, guys, I'll see you next time.